He is the last world champion of Trackmania dating back to 2018. He's also the first winner of Trackmania Grand League, that being the beta season in 2019. It's a pleasure to once again welcome Kappa to this Trackmania Live. Kappa, sadly no web camera, but can you tell us how are you feeling at the moment?
Hello everyone, thank you for having me once again. It's a pleasure always. How am I feeling? I'm feeling good, even though I just woke up half an hour ago because I had a rough sleeping schedule the last few days and I have to catch up in my sleeping. But it's all good. I'll play some Trackmania tonight and I guess it will be all fine.
The 4 a.m. Trackmania sessions are coming back or what?
Well, very possibly, you know. Sunday is knocking on the door, so there are no excuses anymore.
Yeah, can you tell us, Sunday is knocking on the door, like you say. How prepared do you feel at the moment? Are you confident in the training you have behind you? Are you confident about the performance that you are going to put on Sunday?
To say the least, I am confident on the last 3 tracks. So given this system, it's looking quite well for me. I mean, I'm probably not going to end up as the winner of the step because I don't feel like I've been putting enough time for the hunting itself. I was playing more for the consistency this time, at least for the first step. So I don't think I'll be really winning first places, and therefore I wouldn't have like a massive amount of points. But I think I'm ready not to lose points on any of the maps. Maybe on the third one, but on the rest, I think I'm a top 8 material for sure.
I've seen you training, and you have now trained a lot on Twitch, so I've seen you at least trying some with pad. Is that something you will try out now, try with the pad, or is you still the keyboard meister?
Nah, I sadly didn't have time for Trackmania at all in August. I was on holidays, and then I had to study for exams. So I had to give up on the pad training, and instead I was playing with keyboard all the time. I had some spare time for Trackmania, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try some gamepad action when TMGL is done. But that's far in the future. But yeah, the answer is I will play with keyboard this season as well.
But do you think playing with keyboard is going to have some disadvantages or advantages compared to the last season of Trackmania Grand League, this time being in a new game?
Well, who knows? We all know that there are some small certain disadvantages for keyboard in general. There have always been, but now it's probably more visible. But given the 6 maps we've got so far, I don't think there are really any disadvantages. Actually, I don't think there's a single track that disadvantages keyboard players at all. So you know that can change, like a full ice map, 1 minute ice map, and that could be a problem possibly, but I don't see that happening. And knowing that, I really don't think there's a disadvantage, like a bigger one than it used to be in the previous Trackmania titles.
But something that has been something that has been really different compared to last season is that this season, before the season even started, the players released an open letter towards Ubisoft on day one to the public. You and Spam was sort of the spokesperson for the players. Can you sum it up for people that might have missed it? Why did the players feel the need to actually release an open letter to the public before the season even started?
Well, we were unhappy about the way they presented the new playoff system to us. Like, not the way they presented it, but the rules itself. You know, it felt like it's actually all in the letter. But if you want to sum it up, well, basically, we still don't feel like the system is good enough to determine the best possible players. It can obviously very well happen. I'm pretty sure, like, the main profiles will still be on the top, but that's not the point, right? Like you just can't have the playoffs of the most prestigious tournament being played in 2 hours. There's like no way you can come up with a fair system if you just want to give it or sacrifice 2 hours for it. You know, there's no way. And we try to do something about it, but obviously we are very limited in what we are capable to do with contracts and and it, like there's not too many events for us to play anymore, so you can't really afford getting kicked out of the league. Or maybe some people would be willing to sacrifice themselves that way, but not everyone, and it probably wouldn't lead anywhere, as you probably have an overview how Nadia works anyway. You probably know what I'm talking about. So it wouldn't change that much, and in that sense, it would have been just a senseless sacrifice for anyone to continue or to boycott or whatever. We just tried to share our view to the public, like we did. I think we did quite well on that matter. We did what we could, and I think the public widely agreed with us. I'm actually happy about the reaction from the community, but we are still very limited in our actions. So the message has been sent.
Yeah. But can you tell us then, if you are the winner of it, you have won a lot of major tournaments. I mean, I mentioned Trackmania, the World Championship, the Trackmania Grand League, you have won Gaming Assembly, Gaming Winterfest, the list goes on and on. If you are to win it this year and then having the playoff system in mind, would you feel like you did winning the Trackmania Grand League beta season? Would you feel like you won the World Championship? Could you imagine how it would feel to win a system like this?
Well, I've spoken about a few people already about it, and we have the same point of view about it. Like, it's not gonna feel that satisfying to win 2 rounds in the fight, or like to win just 2 rounds in a match and go straight to the next phase, and then just play a few rounds in the finals and be like, yeah, I'm the best. We played this for 2 or 3 months, and now you want to decide all of that in such a funny way, quote unquote. So I would still feel like the winner of the competition, but I wouldn't feel as satisfied as I used to be in the previous tournament. So that's for sure. And but what can you do about it, right? What can you do about it? We tried, and we have to deal with it, I guess. We have to deal with it, everyone. And also, it's not only the system itself, it's also the fact that it will be played online. All of that will be played online. And that's always a huge difference already. Like, the feelings are not the same if you are sitting alone in your bedroom, behind your PC, and you win something, especially with this system. I'm pretty sure I will have close to zero emotions throughout the whole playoffs, and comparing it to a big stage where you play several matches, and then you feel like, yeah, you've been determined the right way, you are the deserved winner. But here, like, it will be all over and in 2 hours, and maybe you start in a wrong way or like start in a good way, and you just don't, you have no way to come back after not playing good for a half an hour, basically, so it just doesn't feel right. And but I will still give it my best for sure.
Yeah, how do you then view your own chances in this Trackmania Grand League? You are sort of the player that if you are in the playoffs, then you are suddenly good. But I have mentioned that group stage is maybe one of your, what to say, not struggles, but maybe the part that is the hardest for you. Is it going to be like this season as well? Or are you still going to play with fire and live on the edge? How do you view this season for yourself?
First thing is that I will finally have some time for the league. Like, I usually have exams during the league. But that's not going to be the case from next week. So I'll be free to play Trackmania, and I think I'll give my best group stage performance from all the seasons so far. But that's just my expectations. Can go wrong, obviously. But in terms of the time I will be able to put into the group stage, I think this could be my best season. And but the field is even more stacked than previous seasons, so it will be difficult anyway. And as you mentioned, like, I'm sadly the kind of person that likes to live on the edge in some sense, and I feel like unless I have like a straight danger in front of me, like or behind me. You know, I just don't perform on my 100% possibilities. So I feel like I can do it like I always did, like get into the playoffs in the very last step on the very last track, like the previous seasons. But that's more about my personality, not about the time I'm going to put into practice. But I'm still confident it will be a better season for me, in terms of the group stage.
Yeah, you placed third in the last season, then you won the Beta season. So if you look at the other players then this season, do you think the field is going to change because it's a new game? Do you think the field is going to change because now we have 3 new challengers? How do you view your other competitors and how they sort of face up against you?
Well, there's not too many new challengers. There's 3 new people, and I would say the only notable name for the top 4 battle is Gwen, which will certainly have a saying there. I can see Afi probably getting top 8 or at least battle for it strongly. And the Annex we'll have to see. He's probably going to be one of the outsiders of the league, but that doesn't mean he's a bad player. He isn't. There's no bad player, but for him, I guess it will be difficult. But honestly, it will be difficult even for me. Like the maps are so hard. Playing 6 laps without a single mistake on them in the new game is ridiculously difficult for everyone. I've seen the messages in our players Discord, and it's difficult for everyone. So I expect a lot of crashes, at least in the first step, and we'll have to see if the maps will start getting any easier. Because I mean, even for us in TMGL, it's very difficult to play 6 laps on such difficult maps without a mistake. I can't imagine how much like how little enjoyable it has to be for the OGL players. Like imagine you're a casual and you have to play maps of this caliber. It must be so rough. It's already rough for me, and I feel sorry for them.
Final question to you before I have to let you go. I'm going to ask every player this. Can you tell us who is going to cast this Trackmania Grand League season for Velos, and where is the Twitch channel that they can watch your point of view, or at least your cast?
It will be casted on our Veloce Twitch. The dual cast will be delivered by Cousin and some of our Veloce broadcasters, probably Hayden Gullis. I don't know correctly, but it will be Cousin for sure, and it will be on our Twitch Twitch TV Veloce Esports. Yeah.
Thank you so much for stepping up, Kappa. Next time, I hope you're gonna bring the web camera back, because I miss to see your face. So, I mean, we're not gonna see each other at an offline event this year. So, I mean, come on, bring the web camera next time at least, right?
I would have brought it, but I honestly woke up 20 minutes before the interview, and I'm looking super sleepy, super ugly. My hair is all over the place, and it wouldn't be a good idea to put it on.
Yeah. Just put some makeup on and some hair gel next time, right?
Next time.
Yeah. That's it for the World Champion from 2018. Next up should be Orwell. A little break now, and then we are back. Thank you a lot, Kappa.
Thank you. Bye-bye.